Hello guys, today we'll be of course doing the next part of What If the World. What if basically civilization started in Europe instead of course, or civilization started in real life in the Middle East. I know some people say, but civilization started in Europe. No, it started in the Middle East. Someone actually tried to tell me this, but we all know civilization started around in the Fertile Crescent in the Middle East as well here, and yeah, we're doing the next part of the series, of course, as well here. And basically, we saw the collapse of the Great Chinese dictatorship because they basically became too greedy and they lost their colonies as well here. It was split up between the Italians and this China right here, splitting up the colony 50-50 as well here. They also lost their little colony in Papua New Guinea as well here. Meanwhile, exploration of the North American continent will continue. The Europeans will push for more exploration of the North American continent as well, exploring much of the Arctic as well here, exploring more land here as well here. A new power will enter this arrangement here, and that is this Germany country. They will basically claim a lot of the land here as well here. Better late than never, but they will eventually, they have basically decided to join in on the colonization of the Americas, and they will start to colonize this area right here, which pisses off the English obviously, but they will make an agreement with the Germans to basically they can have all of this land up here, and the English can have this land down here. This land is kind of useless, basically, so the Germans don't really have much good land to come out of this deal, but yeah, they don't really have much good land to come out of this deal, obviously, here. Meanwhile, in South America, the this area starts to get explored a little bit more as well here. This new country will start to expand its borders. This is basically New Ireland as well here. Or it's basically it's Guyana, Irish Guyana, and they will expand their borders a little bit here. This colony right here will also expand as well here. This colony right here will also expand a little bit into this river here, meeting up with Brazil. With French Brazil, I think this is a French. I think this is French. France and Italy are a very similar color. Yeah, it's French Brazil. French Brazil will also explore. Will also explore a little bit of South America here. It is mostly like the central Amazon that isn't really explored all too much as well here. They will create a border right here with the Amazon rainforest, expand as well here. The Spanish will also reconnect with here. The Iberians will also reconnect with here, basically taking more land here. Meanwhile, the English will take the rest of this land here. The Taiwanese will also expand their little colony a little bit, but they don't really have much space to expand, as they don't really expand past the mountains, really. The Spanish will also expand their colony massively, connecting with this colony right here, and making a deal with the Italians to basically claim the other half of Central America as well here. The Spanish will also claim right here, and there will basically be a new peace deal that will basically determine the fate of South America as well. So the fate of South America will be decided between all of these countries here as well here. And basically the fate of South America, Taiwan will gain this land. I think, yeah, this is Taiwan as well here. Spain will gain this land right here. Brazil will gain all of this land, or the French will gain all of this land here. Guyana will gain this land right here, expanding the borders into modern day Brazil. This area will be expanded. I think there's also Spanish as well here, and the Moroccans will also gain this land as well here. However, not too far in the peace deal, they do make a deal to prevent these two Spanish colonies from touching. So there's a little panhandle put here as well here. 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 Also, some new provinces are created as well here. And basically, they will be expanding these large provinces in South America. Given the fact that, these colonies have a lot of land here, and a lot of provinces will have to be made, mass migration to South America will begin from Europe as well here. This Irish colony will also get 2 provinces here, and unorganized territory in the south. The Moroccan territory will be split into unorganized territory as well here. And basically, they're gonna start like this, where there's gonna be massive provinces as well here. And they'll eventually sort it out later as well here. There'll be 2 new provinces made in basically the south of the US as well here. South America, the fate of South America is complete as well here. It has been fully divided up. However, North America has not been divided up yet as well here, as more exploration will continue into North America as well here. And they will stop here, basically here. They will explore a lot of North America as well here, but North America is much more difficult to divide up as well here. However, a fate of Southern North America will also be done. The Chinese will claim all of this land here. They'll claim all of this land here as well here. Italy will connect their area here, basically taking a lot of Texas here. And the English will claim all of this land right here, creating some ugly square borders. And the Japanese, I think it's the Japanese country, will claim all of this land right here. And basically, this is the fate of North America, basically the fate of the modern day United States and parts of Canada as well here. Meanwhile, in the old world, there is some trouble brewing as well here. Basically, there is some trouble brewing over here. A lot of these countries have basically just became independent countries as well here. Despite this, this is a very, very divided land as well here. You can look at the origin map and the borders map here. You can see here that for example, this country right here is put alongside 3 religions as well here. And a lot of these countries are very unstable. I haven't really I might get rid of the stability index thing because again with that, it's just too much work for me. It's just too much work. But one of the big problems with this region right here is the religious divide. For example, this populous Tibet country is put down the line between 5 religions. 5 total religions, basically. Okay. Okay. And this is gonna be a very volatile region over the next couple of episodes because basically this purple country is divided between several religions as well. You also have some pink religions here as well here. here, which has expanded significantly in here, as well as the main religion of East Asia. But you also have this religion right here, this weird color religion. You also have these orange religions as well here. You also have this white or orange religion as well here. And also you have a new blue religion as well here that is very, very rare, obviously, as well here. They have also risen up as well. So this country right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total religions, and this country is gonna break apart. This country is gonna break apart. So, basically, the southern portion of the country breaks apart alongside religious lines as well here. Actually, that's the main religion of the country. They're not gonna break apart. The yellow religion is gonna break. The lands of the yellow religion are gonna break apart. These rural areas right here of the yellow religion is gonna break apart as well here. Yeah, and basically, this country falls into a civil war immediately. Okay, there's also rebels over here as well here. They also want to break away as well here. They want to join this Chinese country right here because they don't really feel they're a part of this country right here as well here. And if you look at this religion doesn't really have enough population here to really break away. Same thing with like this religion over here. We also have the Northern Green religion as well here. We also have the Northern Green religion, which also is gonna break away from the country right here. Here. The Green religion organizes a rebellion as well here, and they also gain support from the weird color religion. Yeah, the weird color religion doesn't really have many countries. They have 2 countries total. That's mostly this new weird color religion, but they also want this land. They want to gain their independence here. They were able to push back this religion here, so this religion will basically be defeated. But these 2 religions are going unchecked, and basically they'll go basically down the religious path here, this religious land here. Yeah, and however, this isn't the only country to yeah, so basically the blue religion, the yellow religion breaks apart, and yeah, and you can now see the Civil War map with the religious lines, and they will go basically amongst religious lines here. Yeah, they want to form a yellow religion country, basically. That's Indian religion that's out in India as well here. They go amongst religious lines as well. Yeah. Yeah, and basically this is too big to ignore as well here. This area is also kind of trapped here. This part of this purple country is also kind of trapped as well here. This will cause this blue country to invade the purple country. We'll be using this one here because this is gonna be a long-lasting conflict as well. Because most conflicts usually goes over in one episode. This area is pushed back a little bit here. Here, however, is, they're not really doing too well against it. So this country right here, and the collapse of this country is going to continue. We have another war in Europe, and that is a war between, between Hungary and this Bosnia country as well. Which is why Hungary is kind of split as well here, but they will invade. They will invade the Bosnia country as well here, defeating them relatively quickly. The Balkans have never been more united. Yeah, and Europe, Hungary has basically gained. And Hungary has gotten pretty big. They're not the most powerful country in the world, but they have gotten pretty big. And so, Europe has basically consolidated on probably also these countries down here as well here, but Hungary is not going to invade them. Like, these countries are very weak, but these countries have no strategic value at all. So, these countries are just going to kind of exist as well here. That's why these countries have not been invaded, because they kind of have no strategic value at this current moment. During the Mediterranean era, they kind of do, but they kind of have no strategic value because you kind of have trade throughout, And basically, more of the Mediterranean, the Atlantic has been explored as well here. More of the coast of Africa has been explored as well. This is a kind of an unexplained plot hole, but they have explored a lot of this area right here. Only like a few areas that haven't really been explored and mapped out, but it is generally agreed upon here that there is a massive ocean basically here, and there is a lot of exploration in the Atlantic Ocean. Also, they discovered the Falkland Islands as well here. And basically only a very few select smaller areas have not really been explored as well, like some very isolated patches of land as well here. But the exploration. Also, they have explored the southern half of Madagascar and also explored the area around the Cape as well here. Also, Indonesia starts to explore this area right here. But basically the Mediterranean isn't really that important anymore. The trade is more, there is now trade between the New World and the Old World. So Also, gonna have a major city update. Some new major cities will be created in the Americas. A city in Chicago, a city right here, a city right here, a city right here, a city right here. There'll be some more inland cities that will be created, And those could be a massive amount of migration to the Americas, a massive amount of migration. However, the southern United States is not really gaining much migration. Most of the migration is going to the British English occupied area. And yeah, same thing with this like area, they're not really gaining much people to come here. Mexico gets another major city like right here. Panama gets one. Colombia gets one. Another major city is established right here. Brazil establishes like 3 or 4 more major cities. This Several more major cities are established alongside the coastlines as well here. And a new major city is established in Venezuela. Another one is established in Hispaniola. Another one is established in Cuba. Another one is established in Florida, like right around where Tampa is supposed to be. Another one in like I think this is South Carolina as well here. And North Carolina gets another major city, and the another major city in New York, and Long Island gets a major city as well here. Also, there's major city established here as well. So yeah, and no major cities are established in this area because it's kind of a bloodbath currently as well here. Yeah, update on the Civil War. This area is pushed back a little bit from the area here. The government pushes back a little bit against this religion. However, this area pushes back a little bit, taking a bit of land as well here. They only want the lands of their religion, so if we go by the religion map mode, here, you can see which lands are controlled by the, taken by the government, back by the government, and which lands are taken not by the government. And basically, the majority of the population falls within this religion right here. However, this weird color religion wants their independence. The Chinese religion has not really gained their independence. However, another rebellion starts again, and the Chinese religion also pushes for independence as well here, taking a significant portion of this land here as well here. The Civil War is getting worse and worse as well here, and this country will also join in the war, and they will invade down here, and yeah, that's it for the update for the Civil War, obviously. Yeah, but yeah, there we go about this video here. And several things happened today, but not very much. It was kind of in an era of peace at this moment, besides in Central Asia. We're kind of in an era of peace because both of the big countries are very powerful. And it's kind of like pre-World War One. They don't really want to declare war on each other because, they kind of don't want to declare war on each other because these countries are very, very powerful. Like Russia's very powerful. This country is very powerful. The European countries are pretty powerful. Like, there aren't really many weak countries in Europe. The only area that hasn't really experienced much war is Scandinavia because they're kind of peaceful and they have kind of been peaceful from the beginning as well here. But yeah, basically there has been no wars because the countries kind of don't really hate each other at this moment. But that will change pretty soon. Goodbye.